we'll see the number 15 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And he takes this from inside the 5. So the Missouri Tigers offense will get the football first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Florida's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Pulls it and fires to the left. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Gators look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Owens. Can't make the connection, the pressure there, caused the missed timing.
Well, you got to love that if you're on defense, because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That'll bounce out of bounds, and they'll have it in plus territory at the 45. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown.
How about that job after the catch on a critical third down? He's able to make people miss. He's able to use his speed. Ball was thrown out in front of him so he could advance it, and all of a sudden, this offense set up first and goal.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking for a gap. It's Coates. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge, the freak.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in the hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Wants to throw. It's Albert. Got the quick pass.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receivers so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
They'll move the tight end. He leaves it with his back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
The Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Abrams. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That's caught. It's Rasmussen. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And the Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. Dropping back, it's Albert. He's got him still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to...
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first goal.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. They'll go to the counter play. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Grab behind the line. It's Terry. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to sneak it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And here comes the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Back to pass, it's Albert. Safe completion on the screen. Open space at the 25. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Working that left side. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Finds the tight end. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Now on first down from the 28. Wants to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Guys, how many first downs is that just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
The Gators have it in scoring position on first and goal. Wants to keep it in the air. Wide out, trying to get it in. Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Grabbed behind the line, it's Terry. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense.
There he goes! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Red pass, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Snags it over the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Backed up now, here's second and long. To the air, it's Owens. They're working that left side. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. That one comes out hot down the right side.
And those are tough passes when you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines. It's a longer throw for the quarterback to make, and I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and the secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
He's got it on the right. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short. To throw, it's Albert. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Florida!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to Eastern Michigan.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing.
The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Wants to throw on first down. Complete in the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Owens. Makes the grab. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Looking to the big tight end. Fires a ball. Now it's picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Then he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. The give to the back. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Turning it on. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Albert. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gators are moving quickly down the field.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Using the quick game. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Got it. Mizzou trying to cash in on a red zone trip. The give to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And here comes the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of their way with their fingernail.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Catch in the middle. It's Montgomery. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. With the catch, it's Montgomery. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air, it's Albert. Catch in the middle, it's Abrams. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks, it's Abrams. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he
breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gators!
And what a nice touchdown run. And this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease. And then the wide receivers start to kick in. And the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. Squirts across the 30 to the 32. A pickup of 5.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him.
Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Albert. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. The defense sort of hurts this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2. Has to get there to move the sticks. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Trying to punch it in. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Power ahead. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Missouri, 3.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Power football with the run. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Owens. Right on the money. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Makes the grab. It's Abrams. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
From the gun, the ground game. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Fires to the right. Complete on the comeback. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Makes the grab. It's Brewer. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. second and long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to throw, it's Albert. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Still running at the 40. Flying out to the left. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel group. And they're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Missouri has the option. Ready to go on the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He's got enough for a Missouri first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
Right back to the well. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Quick completion to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Fires to the tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Tigers have this offense rolling.
Fly trumpet, fly trumpet.
The inside handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Smith dropping to pass. Complete. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
They booted away on 4th down. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. He breaks a tackle.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Fires to the big fella. At the 20, he's got space. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Gators will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Didn't get much on 1st down and 2nd and 9. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far. Quickly out to the tight end.
There he goes. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Runs through a tackle.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Finds his tight end. Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted to stop the threat. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Smith wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a